Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. There is no sincerer love than the love of food. I want to be thoroughly used up when I die, for the harder I work, the more I live. I rejoice in life for its own sake. Beware of false knowledge. It is more dangerous than ignorance. The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. I learned long ago never to wrestle with a pig. You get dirty, and besides, the pig likes it. Some men see things as they are and say, why? I dream of things that never were, and say, why not? A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. Imagination is the beginning of creation. You imagine what you desire, you will what you imagine, and at last you create what you will. First love is only a little foolishness and a lot of curiosity. Liberty means responsibility. That is why most men dread it. Democracy is a device that ensures we shall be governed no better than we deserve. You see things and you say, why? But I dream things that never were, and I say, why not? A happy family is but an earlier heaven. Science never solves a problem without creating 10 more. You use a glass mirror to see your face. You use works of art to see your soul. The power of accurate observation is commonly called cynicism by those who have not got it. The worst sin toward our fellow creatures is not to hate them, but to be indifferent to them. That's the essence of inhumanity. Silence is the most perfect expression of scorn. Just do what must be done. This may not be happiness, but it is greatness. We are made wise not by the recollection of our past, but by the responsibility for our future. If history repeats itself, and the unexpected always happens, how incapable must man be of learning from experience? The best place to find God is in a garden. You can dig for him there. A gentleman is one who puts more into the world than he takes out. Better keep yourself clean and bright. You are the window through which you must see the world. Take care to get what you like, or you will be forced to like what you get. Without art, the crudeness of reality would make the world unbearable. There are two tragedies in life. One is to lose your heart's desire, the other is to gain it. Patriotism is your conviction that this country is superior to all others because you were born in it. We have no more right to consume happiness without producing it than to consume wealth without producing it. Marriage is in a land centered into by a man who can't sleep with the window shut, and a woman who can't sleep with the window open. All great truths began as blasphemies. It is the mark of a truly intelligent person to be moved by statistics. He who can does, he who cannot teaches. Love is a gross exaggeration of the difference between one person and everybody else. Life levels all men, death reveals the eminent. It is dangerous to be sincere unless you are also stupid. Lack of money is the root of all evil. Success does not consist in never making mistakes, but in never making the same one a second time. The only way to avoid being miserable is not to have enough leisure to wonder whether you are happy or not. I never resist temptation because I have found that things that are bad for me do not tempt me. We learn from experience that men never learn anything from experience. Peace is not only better than war, but infinitely more arduous. The perfect love affair is one which is conducted entirely by post. Animals are my friends, and I don't eat my friends. You have learnt something that always feels at first as if you had lost something. The fickleness of the women I love is only equaled by the infernal constancy of the women who love me. Human beings are the only animals of which I am thoroughly and cravenly afraid. Do not do unto others as you expect they should do unto you. Thy taste may not be the same. When a man says money can do anything, that settles it, he hasn't got any. Why should we take advice on sex from the Pope? If he knows anything about it, he shouldn't. I have to live for others and not for myself. That's middle-class morality. Men are wise in proportion not to their experience, but to their capacity for experience. I'm an atheist, and I thank God for it. Do not try to live forever. You will not succeed. Most people do not pray, they only beg. The test of a man or woman's breeding is how they behave in a quarrel. I am afraid we must make the world honest before we can honestly say to our children that honesty is the best policy. We must always think about things, and we must think about things as they are, not as they are said to be. A long absence of sex turns a person into a neurotic. If there was nothing wrong in the world, there wouldn't be anything for us to do. Which quotes of George Bernard Shaw did you like? Tell us by commenting, and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Friends,